World Cup instead.
Hello and welcome back to The Finishing Line, the only podcast that gives you the truth and real opinions. And we're all here. Andrew, Tom, Sean, Poppy, everyone is in the building. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm wrecked. I'm tired. But I'm looking forward to this.
You look like shit, mate.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Love you too. Yeah, middle-aged, 36-year-old looks like fucking Benjamin Button going forwards.
I see my hair on the top. Oh my god, it's gone. It's gone.
Shave it all off. Be like Dave. 2 balls on it. Go on.
Yeah.
Shave it off. Sean, how you doing?
Shave it off. Shave it off. We do a charity thing.
Absolutely no chance.
A trip to Turkey for Tom.
More
how you doing,
chance of that.
Sean?
All good, Dave. All good. I got to see a bit of racing the weekend. I got up to Navan after one day being called off, and then it was back on. So that was good, and I got to see an airplane, which was even better. It was one of them moments where you just knew your own car seats.
I suppose.
Seeing something special. So yeah, it was very good.
Sean was the, if anyone missed it, the McCarthys were out saying about the young lad coming up with his grandparents. That was Sean.
Tom, how are you?
How did the Vegas take it, John? You never answered that question.
Oh.
I wasn't. I was up there on Sunday. I wasn't up there on Monday.
You've jumped ship.
Oh no, there's no jumping ship.
Pictures are gone and everything. Facile who?
It's profile picture gone, changed.
I'm good, David. I'm good. I'm busy, but I'm good. I'm going to the rugby on Saturday. Can't wait for that.
Very nice. Who's going to win?
South Africa.
Yeah, I'd say it's highly likely.
You're more South African than you are Irish and English. You know that?
Siobhan said this to me earlier. I joked about getting a Springboks jersey for the game, and she said, and wearing my Springboks cap. And she said, you can't do that. You realise you're not South African. And I said, I'm not Irish either.
Sean has enough.
Sean's had enough of that anyway.
No patriotism.
See you, Sean. He's
yeah, no, I'll be cheering on Ireland, but Jesus Christ, that Springboks team are insane, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very good.
Mind that laptop view.
Sean is back and he's in the right side. We are here to discuss the racing over the last week. General chit chat, see how we go. We've seen some nice horses coming out. We had November Cheltenham meeting. And then we've some racing from Haydock and Punchestown to touch on then, and we'll give our selections. We may as well kick it off with a horse I presume Sean was talking about, Final Demand. Good novice hurdler from last year. Was pretty faultless in his chasing debut. I think he's good, but he beat a load of nothing, to be honest, and you'd expect him to do so. People were talking about him like he's the next coming of Jesus himself. But Andrew, what did you think?
Performance-wise, look, he was bound to do that. He was He was long odds on. He was going against a load of horses who realistically didn't want to get in an arse's roar of him when they've handicapped targets down the line. Look, he beat Wingman. He's no good. Let's be honest about it. But look, his performance was unbelievable. It was everything you expected, and I'd say a small bit more. Look, he was always a stamp of a chaser. He was always going to be a much better chaser, and there was never a moment's worry. And you can only imagine he's going to get better as the season goes on. The first run of the season, he's going to come on for it. Got in close, no problem. Long, no problem. Engine is there. Look, Tom thinks he could be a Gold Cup horse in time, and look, it's hard to argue against that. But look, I think it'll take a good one to beat him this season. If he continues to progress the way he has, and look, that performance at the end of Punchestown last season kind of put him to everyone's mind. maybe they rode him the wrong way at Cheltenham. Look, we have to remember Denman got beat in the I don't know if it's the same race. Was it the same race? He got beat in his novice hurdle race before he went chasing. And look what he done. He's kind of the same build as a 3 mile chase. So I think he's very, very good. And I think, yeah, look, it's going to take a really, really good one to beat him this season in any novice chase.
Sean, give us a quick opinion on Final Demand.
Yeah, there's some wow moments you stand there and watch some horses, Dave. And the last time I probably seen it in the beginning of this chase was galloping going around Leopardstown. But I had that wow moment the weekend. I won't lie to you, Navan. There's just nothing that this lad didn't do that would put you off him. You didn't look at him once and think he was going to fall. He could get in, he could get out. And when the race quickened up, by God, he was able to come out of the fences as quick as he went into them. And for me, I just think he's just... I look at him now and say to myself, he's running a Gold Cup this year. I'd say all of us here would say he probably has a chance of placing. So he's sort of at that level already. I'd say a lot of people would agree with me that he placed this year, and we don't know what place he'd come in. I just think going forward...
Now you're getting a bit fucking too carried away now. Jesus Christ almighty. This is what's wrong with the world. He's a fucking
like you're racing against Gallopin.
A Mickey Mouse chase around Nav when no one wanted to be fucking near him. And now he placed in the Gold Cup. This is what's wrong with everything. This is...
sure, so another way I think Gallopin the Champ. What else are you going to take on?
He's nowhere near Gallopin the Champ.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be the place.
I heard Willie said he was better than him, Sean.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like the Gold Cup division, there's the two of them horses and there's nothing else there. Like I'd hard argue that
he's a novice after one chase and he's going to place in the Gold Cup. Will you stop now?
Oh, 100%. I'd hang my hat on that. And anyways, I think he's the real deal. I've seen people complaining about him at 6 to 4:30 in the 8 the price he is. And like I don't understand it at all because I don't know who's going to stand him up. Like who is going to lay him at a price that's going to hold up? I get you 3 or 4 months out in the festival, but I just don't see there's opposition there. You're hoping that a novice comes through from the previous years. Like you look at, I think it's Jimmy DeSoy, it's 20 to 1. There's a couple of horses there, but like last year's division, I don't think there's anything going on.
You realise he lost to Cheltenham last year?
Yeah, he did, but I think they made a nuts of him riding him, and they figured out the way to ride him. It's only his third ever race, and they just sat in behind. They didn't go strong enough gallop, and the other two got away from him. Where now you're seeing that punches down, he kicked him on off the front. He sat handy in the beginner's chase. He's just going to sit handy every single day. He's going to get down to Limerick. He's going to sit up on the lead. It's not quick enough. He'll take her up himself. He's going to do the same at DRF, and he's going to go to Cheltenham. And I'd nearly hang my hat on it. He'd go to Cheltenham. I'd say he'd be long odds on. I'd make him, I'd say 1 to 2, 2 to 5 on the day, and there'd be 5 runners because he's going to scare away everything. There's nothing going to be standing there saying, I want to take him on. So that's how I see it. I see him dominating that division. The RSA, there'll be 5 or 6 runners and he go off long odds on.
Tom, a quick 30 seconds on Final Demand because the two lads have taken up 8 minutes already on a single horse.
Yeah, I love him. I loved him all last year. He was one of the novices going into Cheltenham, and look, he got beat. Ironically, I remember back to Denman. It was Denman and Black Jam Ketchum with the 2 horses, and I went the Denman route that he'd win, and he got beat. So look, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I think he'll go to Cheltenham, and I think he'll win. We're a long way off that. You couldn't be taking the 6 to 4, but I totally take on board what Sean is saying. That he could be 1 to 3, 1 to 4 on the day. Remember, the Monkfish went off 1 to 4, I think, and Scrape Time. Hopefully, he doesn't do that. But I think he's a freak. I think he's a future Gold Cup horse for certain. I do actually think he'd have a chance of placing in it this year. I think there's one or two there that are exposed, and I think something would beat him, but I can see him. I could see him being placed if he ran in it. But you look at that Browns market, and like Jimmy DeSoy is in there as second favourite. Take from that what you will. The Big Western, and not even certain to run there, is third favourite. So yeah, look, for me, he's an absolute certainty. But you couldn't back him at 6 4.
Okay, we have loads of horses to talk about, so do not make the next few ones as long as that one. And for what it's worth, I just think he beat a load of handicappers, and he should have beaten a load of handicappers. Kopek and Lulamba both made their chasing debuts. It's been all over Twitter. Kopek is another coming of Jesus Christ. So we've had two comings of Jesus Christ in the same week. Lulamba apparently is not good enough, and then he is good enough and all that. I thought they were both very good. Thought Lulamba was quite good, and to be honest, the horse to take out of those two races was the horse that was second in Lulamba's race, because he was cheated around for the whole race and then ran on to be second, Fingal Bridge. Andrew, what do you think of the two boys?
Kopek looked like he was learning on the job. My only worry about him when he gets into better company is how he races. Engine is there. He looks very, very good. Look, he hasn't come from the point-to-point scene, so he's going to learn as he's jumping fences going along. Again, prices and everything else, 7-4, shocking. I don't know who's taking 7-4 on him this far out. The only slight worry is that he's going to deck himself. I know he didn't look like he was going to do it there. It's just the way he races. He's very, very keen. He's very enthusiastic, and it's great to see. But how often do we see horses who race like that and just take the one little misstep, and especially over 2 miles, it's going to cost them? I think that's the only way he gets beat, as from what we've seen right now. I think Lulamba will be better when he goes up in trip. Look, Triumph horses, they always seem to be stayers in the end. If it was run tomorrow, look, you'd have a good bit on Kopek to beat him, no problem. But yeah, look, he's learning on the job. He will learn as he goes forward. The only thing about Lulamba then is that Nico said he comes out with jumps like Ballyburn, and that's not good, to say the least. But yeah, look, I think what he meant in is he's a bit slower. He's a bit from A to B, which suggests he's going to be chased, so he's not an out and out 2 miler.
Tom, impressed or no?
Kopek, yeah, I was impressed. I was more impressed with Final Demand. I felt Paul was having to put him right at a few. I felt the faster he went, then probably the better he got. It'll be interesting to see him in more of a race where they're going that little bit faster. But yeah, no, impressed with him as well. And Lulamba was fine, I'd say. I'd have him maybe worse at the 3, maybe a little bit more hesitant at some of them than the other two. But yeah, no, impressed with all of them. It's kind of on to the next round now, but you just hope they take someone on and we learn a bit more about them.
Sean?
I agree with Tom. I think if it was to choose the two, it would be Kopek. As the race got going, the quicker and slicker he got, where when the race got going, the Lambas, he's still a little bit up and down getting from A to B, and that's just nitpicking. I just think that 2 mile chase level, you sort of have to be living life on the edge a little bit, and he just looked a little bit safe to me. But what's he going to face in England? I'm not too sure, so I'd imagine he's going to stick it to the 2 mile route until he gets beaten and then go up and trip.
Very good.
What price is Kopek for Cheltenham? And what race? The
They're both the same. Like if you were to take the 2, you'd be taking Final Demand at 6-4 rather than taking 7-4 Kopek.
Yeah, you've got 7-4 Kopek, 6-4 Final Demand. Well, there's not a question in my mind which I'd be backing. It'd definitely be Final Demand.
Would you back him right now, Tom? Final Demand.
Nah, 6-4 is too short. As someone wrote in the racing post, I can't remember who it was today. You'll find better 6-4, 7-4 shots all day long. Like you're just tying your money up as well from, if you want to talk proper punting, then you're tying your money up from now until then, and that's the return you're looking on getting it. If you can find 2 of those 7-4 shots in the next 4 months, 5 months, you're doing way better than one of them. So
yeah, look, Final Demand. I don't see Atten beating them really, but like as of now, no, like we have this every year, likes of Ballyburn, where everyone thinks he's a certainty and he goes off long odds on. We've seen loads of times. I think people need to be very wary about horses this far out for Cheltenham, especially.
He could be injured in the morning. Look at State Man. Exactly. Nobody saw that coming. State Man's been tough and resolute, and he's got injured now. So
I would suggest that Sean was as hard for Ballyburn this time last year as he is for Final Demand right now, and you saw what happened with Ballyburn.
Like if
Final Demand
turns up in the day. Final Demand turns up in the day, I can see Atten beating him right now. He just looks an absolute weapon. But
I suggest that Sean was definitely more hard for Conhill this time last year to win another champion hurdle as he is for Final Demand.
Jeez, Tom got me giddy in the morning now. I missed it. I suppose we might get around to it.
I just think it's madness. I think it's part of the problem with racing at the moment. Twitter is a massive issue with all the people that are decided by Twitter that they're racing professionals, and they're killing. It was already said in the comments, they're killing anti-post betting, killing betting in general, because the bookies just know you'll take the prices. They don't care. They'll just keep cutting it because they know people are just going to keep backing it, and they're all at the wrong prices. There's no horse should be 6-4. I don't care how good they are. He could be dead in the morning. Rest in peace. But like, that's the reality. Like State Man gone. Anzanam clearly jumps like a bag of hammers, gone. So like, I honestly don't get it. It's part of the issues I have with racing at the moment. Part of the issues I have with Cheltenham last week. We went over, Andrew. We'll touch on that now. But the reality is the racing wasn't great last week at Cheltenham. It's probably better at Navan, to be honest. And what was good in Navan were just good horses jogging around against 24 handicappers that didn't want to get anywhere near them. It's bad at the moment. And we'll touch on the races later for this weekend. They're bad fields as well. I think racing is struggling at the moment, but Cheltenham last week, John Bon, Andrew, I like John Bon. I don't think anybody can say anymore that he goes around Cheltenham. He does not jump around Cheltenham whatsoever like he jumps around other courses. I thought Lure de Sud was good. Some of the other performances, Panic Attack, the Skeletons had a good weekend. Panic Attack won the Paddy Power, but poor Paddy Power, I think she was rated 136. You'd get form soon to be grade 1 winners win that race. It was a poor renewal. The horse that won the Greatwood, Alexi, was good, but how good is he really? He's not going to be champion hurdle standard, which the Greatwood used to be as well for future champion hurdlers. But it was a good weekend, Andrew. Any horses take our fancy over the 2 days?
Yeah, look, we enjoyed it. Look, as you touched on the race, and I think most of the problem with that is the UK just don't have them kind of horses anymore. The likes of your Denman's Court or Big Bucks. I think them kind of horses now are sitting in Close Hutton, are sitting in Knockeen, are sitting up in Gordon's. I just don't think they have the caliber of horses to contest them kind of races. Like we were touching on after with the Betfair Chase, like the Haughty Clore and Grey Diamond or Grey Dawning. That's this generation's bloody UK's of them and Cordo. That's their best 3 mile chasers in the UK. So I just don't think they have the caliber horse. But look at the racing there. What you take out of it that's going to go anywhere near a challenge. July Flower probably in the Mayor's Chase. She was good. She's going to keep improving as the season goes on.
Personally, I thought that was the best race of the weekend at Cheltenham last week. Her and Be Aware went attacking each other from a mile out, and they jumped unbelievable. I'd be interested in Be Aware if they can get them handicapped, if they run them in a few grade 1s and leave him finish at the back of the telly and maybe go to that novices handicap at the festival.
Yeah, he took the eye, obviously in that race, and we talked about it over dinner that we thought that's what Skeletons might try to do with him now, sticking in a few grade 1s, have him held up out the back and see what happens. Look, Skeletons are in absolutely flying form. Everything they seem to be running is nearly winning. He had a good weekend. I liked the 2 bumper horses, not for like big races going forward, but I think I liked the way they done it from the front. We have the place at about furlong out where they pressed the button on the 2 of them and they just opened up. Like it looked like it was slow ground, but the way they opened up, it wasn't really deep ground. The 2 of them going forward, I'd like Alexi as well. I thought he was very, very good. He could be a great horse in time. Look, that's about the best you can take away. John Bon, we've been saying for the last 3 years, he doesn't act around Cheltenham. He'll go back to the Tingle Creek. I don't think he'll win the Tingle Creek if Skeletons horse. Sorry, I forgot about him. Lure de Sud, he was good on the Friday.
Yeah.
He was very good. He looks like he's going to rock up in the Tingle Creek as well, along with Lite Tomp. Well, I think that'll be a good race. John Bon probably backed his best there, but look, I have a soft spot for Lite Tomp. But yeah, away from that, look, there's not much more to get excited about July Flower, and be aware probably the two to take out for going forward.
A couple of people in the comments. Imagine if Derry Hassan Paddy chins Final Demand. Derry Hassan Paddy will travel all over Final Demand. Final Demand, biggest hype horse in training. I like Derry Hassan Paddy personally. I don't see him beating Final Demand, but Jerry Colomb got beaten by the real whacker. Monkfish nearly threw it away. Envoy Allen fell. These are the things that happen. Tom Anton over in Cheltenham over the weekend. Take your eye.
Yeah, there were a few good performances. I thought July Flower was good. I thought Alexi was very good. I don't know how good of a great wood that was, but I don't know. He's going to have to go to graded company now, but he was very good. And yeah, Lotus Sud was surprisingly good, but John Bond, just as everyone said, doesn't go around Cheltenham. What else was there? The two bumper horses were good. I can't believe, Andrew, I know you backed the second one. I can't believe I didn't back it. I was kicking myself for a good few hours after that. But no, they were good.
That's the kind of horse you back, like.
Yeah, I didn't. You couldn't back the favourite. Didn't fancy the second favourite, and Tom Cooper won the bumper the day before, so it made a lot of sense. I just can't believe I didn't back it. But no, it was. Look, it's enjoyable. Cheltenham's always enjoyable. Zurich's form got franked by the one who won the chase there on Saturday, I believe. He fell. Anthony Honeybour's horse fell when probably beaten. So that was good. Our Amina ran well in the bumper. She just didn't have the speed. They quickened and she didn't. But she did really well. She looked like turning in. She looked like she was going to get swallowed up, and she stayed on to be fifth. She'll go jumping now. That's really good for her. But yeah, no, enjoyable weekend for racing. Andrew, just something you were saying there on, like back to the UK versus Irish thing, and then going back so long. Like, you look at the sale. I've been keeping a close eye on the sales recently, and like I know Sean does as well. It'll be interesting to see now. There's a few UK yards getting stuck in. Even Mickey Bowen is even spending a lot of money at the minute. Harry Derham spent a load of money last year. It's going to be so interesting to see what kind of season he has. Dan Skelton has an unbelievable stable at the minute. He just needs a few stars. And then he pulls these billionaires out of nowhere, and they go and buy two in France, spend a million a bit within a couple of minutes in France. So, like, if just them, for example, like if they decide that Dan Skelton is clearly able to train as well as anybody is, and be it that island or UK, if they decide, here you go, Dan, here's 10 million quid, which by all accounts they bought a show jumper for a hell of a lot of money. So it's not outside the realms of possibility. They just say, here's 10 mil, go off and spend it, get us a load of Saturday horses. Like, that's a game changer.
It'll be all the better if it happens.
I'd love to see it happen, to be honest. It has been very
badly needs it.
Yeah. And the UK racing badly needs it. Nickel has even got stuck in at the sales. He hasn't done that in a long time. He bought that Manila, whatever his name is, Ninth Titans half brother, Yoga, 360k, and he bought another one for 200 and something on the same night, I think. So it's interesting to see. They're getting. I think they have got stuck in before, and maybe they just bought the wrong ones, but they're definitely still there kicking and trying to get the good ones.
Sean, Anton at Cheltenham, take our eye before we move on.
At Cheltenham. July Flower was good. I think you should go down the Arkle route and give her a bash. Lalamba and Copenhagen might scare a few away. I thought the track boys, Jesus, El Skelton and Sam Twist and Davis rode in a 3-mile handicap hurdle there, and the both of them didn't shine any light upon each other. I thought it was key to be around the outside around Cheltenham the weekend, and that rail, Lavender Hill Mob, the good one from last year, ended up winning the race at 33-1. So I'd say that rail might have thrown a little few biases. But
you realize Harry's horse is already qualified for the Pertemps, and he was just running around the course again for practice.
It could have been that, but Sam Twist and Davis
was that. There's no could have been about it.
It was.
Yeah, that was Sam Twist and Davis.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh no, I forgot what side is slow. Oh no.
Them two, and then the Nichols horse and Novice Hurdle, he was nice. No drama this end. He stuck around the outside, and Heads Up was on the inside. But he came right on the bridle. Let's say he'll win it. He'll be there for the cello one anyways.
Someone said that Sean Bone ride on Friday was pretty good. Yeah, very good ride. Never gave up. We touched on the horse last week. He's just as lazy and leery, and he got him up
Sorry, actually,
regardless.
Dave, I meant to say John Bon. I don't know what's up there. That wind up that I said last week, he went fucking horizontal over the last. Even though he's made mistakes around Cheltenham, he's always come up that hill. So whether he was left significantly short or that wind up was a mega red alert, because he didn't come up that hill with any sort of enthusiasm whatsoever. Matata nearly threw John Just Levin on the ground and picked him back up and still barely beat him. So that's just something to keep an eye on big time, I think.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with John Bond. I think he's 10 and he's getting older and he just doesn't like Cheltenham. Last thing before we move on to the tips and the races for this weekend, we'll keep it short. Loads about Con Hill because he had a gallop. We'll touch on the Champion Hurdle market when we're talking about Lossie's race the weekend. But Con Hill, Twitter went into meltdown again. He's back. He's this. He's that thing. He's the other thing. Sean, we're constantly telling you that trainers and stuff are lying. Nicky came out today and said when he sends him to the vet, he writes on the sheet that the horse's name is Harry, so nobody knows it's Con Hill. I keep telling you, he's a big ugly bastard as well. Nobody would pick him out like. So Harry goes into the vet to get checked over. Sean still thinks he's alive, but to me, it was a nothing thing. Personally, if he gets there next week against New Lion, I'll back Con Hill against New Lion. I don't think the New Lion is fast enough. But Andrew, is Con Hill back? Yes or no?
He's back on a race course. That's about it. How do you know? You don't know. He hasn't jumped a hurdle. He jogged. That's the
big thing because he keeps not jumping the hurdles.
Like I seen, like he jogged around two fellas who were rated about 70 pounds inferior to him.
I'm calling him Harry from now on as well, by the way.
I don't care, Dave. I don't care if he's back or not. I'm sick of Con Hill.
Sean, is Harry back?
I haven't a clue. Tom lit up me morning the other morning when he wrote into the group chat, Con Hill is back and he's winning the Champion Hurdle. And then I realised he was having a gallop around Newbury. But look, I don't know what anyone can tell you. No one has a fucking clue what that gallop was other than Nicky and Nico de Boinville. So I couldn't tell you. But I tell you one thing, if he hoses up at Newcastle next week, I'll do some screaming from the sofa.
Tom, is Con Hill back?
Well, the only thing I'd say about the gallop is it's a lot better than what he normally does at Kempton anyway, which is finished out the back of the TV blowing. So yeah, look, I'd say they were happy enough, but we'll see. Time will tell. We'll get Con Hill back jumping, but yeah, I don't know. I think Nico will be a bit different on him this year. I think Nico will ride him a bit differently.
Off the front?
No. More how he presents him at his hurdles. I think he won't just leave him.
AKA, he's not going to deck him.
He's not going to even fuck himself at the ground.
Oh yeah, I personally never liked Con Hill, but I'm Harry's fan now. Drunk Nicky talking about calling him Harry, so no one knows it's Con Hill in the best.
You'll have to send me that video. I missed it.
Best ever. I know for 3 years he's been lying about the horse, and he basically said it. He must have been drunk this morning when he was talking about it. I fucking love it. Send Harry to the vets there quick, and everybody run around. Who's Harry?
3 people in 7 hours know who he is.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Nicky Henderson's going on my Christmas list.
That's the only thing I never. Dave is a Con Hill fan and Nicky Henderson fan in the space of 5 minutes.
I just love it.
That was not on my 2025 things
oh, he's that shady. He fucking renames the horse going into the vets. Oh, it's brilliant. Anyway, we're on to the races. We are on to Haydock on Saturday, the 2:25, and it is the Stayers handicap hurdle. 3 miles, half a furlong. It used to be the fixed brush hurdle. It used to produce pretty good horses that might have a chance in the Stayers. And favourite is Mash on 2, 5-1. Hartington 13-2. Ace of Spades 7s. Jinko Blue 7s. Horses Pearl. Horse Andrew like last year 8-1. He doesn't jump well though. Joyo Mashan 11s. Navajo Indy 11s. Shoot First 14s and 16-1 bar. Sean, any fancy?
It's a tough one day, to be honest with you. I'll be sitting as close to the time as I can because I just don't know with Haydock. If Haydock gets onto heavy ground, I hate having a bet at the place. It can be very tricky. I think Marshan too, if the ground comes up not hock deep, he'll have a chance. He hosed up at Cheltenham in October. He absolutely hosed up, and I was really impressed. I think they were considering him for the Stayers Hurdle after it. He could be up to that sort of caliber. So if he's up to that, he'd want to be taking out this race en route. But if it gets really deep, I'd let him go. I'd just sit the race out, to be honest with you.
Tom?
Yeah, I was on Marchand too at Cheltenham, and he obviously absolutely bolted up. He's only a 6-year-old. He could well go and keep improving off a £9 higher mark. The one thing that worries me is the stable were absolutely on fire at the time of that win. They're not exactly firing on all cylinders right now, so that's a little bit of a question mark. His win did come when they were absolutely flying. Talking of a stable that are absolutely flying, Joe Tizard. Couldn't really be in much better form, could he? Sean Bowen on this lad off 10 stone 5. This is Hartington. Really, really keen on him. He won last time out at Carlisle. Nice prize up there. That was off the back of a 287-day break. He's only gone up £3, and he ran a lovely race at Sandown last December in a listed hurdle. He was only just beat. He finished second, and I think there's loads of improvement in him this year and over a trip. He's stepping up to 3 miles for the first time. I think it's going to bring out improvement in him anyway. And yeah, he'd be one of my best bets of the weekend.
I would have been fancying Mashon too, because it's very similar to what she did with Paisley Park when he had run in the Albert Bartlett the year previously, and she ran him in handicaps before stepping him up to grade 1 level. But she hasn't had a winner in 2 weeks or more, and the stable is not going well now. I'd still be interested. I'll see what kind of price he is. And then, other than that, I settle on Andrew's horse's Pearl. I think they overburdened him too fast last year, throwing him into grade 1s when he wasn't ready. And he's a slow horse. He won that bumper at Aintree 2 years ago, coming from the back, just staying on. I think going up to 3 miles is going to suit him. I think going that way around is going to suit his jumping better as well. He jumped real bad at Perk last year towards the end of the year. Fergals are always in form. They seem to always be in form. I think he's better than he showed last year, so I think he's a good price at around 11, 12 to 1. Andrew?
Yeah, that's who I've landed on as well. Look, he's a great tail bumper winner. That was a decent enough field that he beat, as you said there. He comes from miles back, and I think this race could be run to suit. Like, if you look at last year's, there was just over 3 lengths between the first 3, and then there's 21 lengths back to 4th. If this turns into a slog, I think it'll be right up his alley. Yes, jumping can be an issue, but I think a year under his belt, a bit more experience that he's had to getting. Like, his last run of the season wasn't a bad run whatsoever. That was his first run over 3 miles behind Kiss Will, Royal Infantry. He was only beating 5.5 lengths, and that, like, the grade 1 at Aintree is good form. So Regency Stroll, honestly, policy 1-. You have Finicula, and
Well done.
Thanks.
That was fucking very good.
I just finished on Asso. Horse's Pearl wins. I know. I think what you said, 11, 12 to 1. I think he's a great each way bet. He's one of the least exposed runners in the field, and I think he's a better than 135 horse. You go back to his bumper days. Look, he's beating good horses. And don't be surprised if Shoot First is coming there swinging on the home turn. He was 6 to 1 this morning when I was looking at it. It's drifting out to 14 to 1. He was nearly second favorite on the day for this, and he won it like 22 to 1 or something last year. So don't be surprised if he comes there swinging, coming in. But yeah, Horse's Pearl, I think he's a cracking each way bet. And same as Tom, I think the Harrington Tizzle's horse are absolutely flying, and he'll have a chance as well. But Horse's Pearl is the main one.
Fuck them scammers. Shoot first, scammers. Next race, the Haydock, 3 o'clock. It is the Betfair Chase, grade 1, 3 miles, 1.5 furlongs. The Grey Moose is 6-5, Haughty Colour 7-2, Royal Pig 6-1, Handstands 13-2, Stellar Story 9-1. Big Shawnee, we were talking about this, the 5 that were entered, coming back from Cheltenham the other day, and he turns around and says, Stellar Story will win that. I just looked out the window and just didn't say anything after that. Just out the window like that.
Surprised you didn't put him out the window.
Oh my God. He's just obsessed with Gigginstown, Gordon, fucking
Gordon.
point to
Pointers.
point to pointers. Andrew, you can have this first.
I'm delighted that Horsey Floor's run here. I think this fella is a very late bloomer, and I think he's going to be very hard to beat in here. Grade on and got beat by Royal Pagoi in this last year, and is he overhyped? I think he is. He should have won this last year. He made a bit of a mistake, but he's still 2 or 3 lengths up, and he found very little off the bridle. I'm just not convinced by him. The only win he had last season was beating Oroco, a horse who was just not trying on the day because he had a Grand National up the sleeve. Ran well behind Gaelic Warrior, but look, 3 lengths doesn't tell the whole story. Gaelic Warrior was absolutely swinging on the dicky going past him. So that was on good ground. If he comes here and the grain gets into the ground, I think he'll be absolutely galloped into submission by Haughty Colour. I love this horse. I think he's a Gold Cup contender for me this season. He's 4 from 5 over hurdles. He's an Irish Grand National winner. He's a National Hunt Chase winner. He stays all day. He jumps well. He travels. He just grinds horses into the mission. Sean Bowe is going to be on his back. He's just going to throw him into every fence. There's very little flaws in him. I think I heard was it Johnny Deneen saying that Haydock won't suit him. It's the total opposite. I think he gets into a rhythm down that back straight in them fences. He's going to jump them into submission, keep galloping and galloping and galloping. You look at the horses who've won it in the past, front runners. You have the likes of Bristol Lemoy, Skelton Zone, Protectorat. They all did it from the front. They all just galloped and jumped him into submission. And this fella stays further than 3 miles. I just see him winning 7-2 as a cracking bet. Yeah, he's the one for me. I think he's going to be very hard to beat here.
I like Grey Dawning. I know I call him a moose, but I actually like him. He's a big, flashy, grey, white horse, jumps well. But I think the main issue with Grey Dawning is he doesn't quite stay 3 miles and a furlong or 3 miles. He got outstayed last year by Gaelic Warrior at Aintree. Last year in this race, he looked all over the winner, got outstayed by Royal Pagoi. And I think he's going to be outstayed by Haughty Colour on Saturday as well. I don't see the other 3. If I had to pick one of the other 3, be handstands, but I don't see them getting involved. I think Sean Bone will lead on Haughty. He'll try and put them all under pressure with the jumping. And I just think he'll outstay him. Grey Dawning might travel up there and look like maybe he's going to do the business. But that last half a furlong, and it's going to be a real slog again, because I'd say it's going to be soft ground. I thought Dave was going to say Stellar Story. No, absolutely not. And I see Haughty doing the business as the up and coming from the novice last year. Tom?
Yeah, look, I'm a big fan of Haughty Colour's. I thought he was very, very good last year. My only worry is he only ran 16 days ago. And I know it was only a hurdle, but he went and won, and I don't know. They were and ahhing about this, and then they've said, "Oh yeah, we'll go for this now," rather than the Hennessy. It just worries me that was only 16 days ago, and that was off 145, and it was over 3 miles. I just have that in the back of my head, and that is just worrying me. And for that reason, I'd lean on Grey Dawning. I think he was gonna go and win this very well for a long, long way last year. And Royal Pagoi just caught him. That was on softer ground, and I think it's going to be at the weekend. I think Harry will ride him with a bit more restraint. He just kicked on way, way too soon for me last time. I think he'll just sit and sit and sit, as we've spoke about already. Skeltons are in fantastic form, and I can't see myself having a bet in this race, but I do think Grey Dawn is the most likely winner.
Sean?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I echo a lot of what Tom said. I think the Haughty Colour, the turnaround would worry me big time. That was a proper scrap he had to have over hurdles now. And I think she might have been a little bit pressured. I know the Ladbroke, the Hennessy was probably the target. and then she's seen that he's won here and got a little pressure and seen a grade 1. She's jumped at it. So that'd be the only one, the quick turnaround. I agree with you, Dave. I don't think Grey Dawning is the strongest there. And it'd be similar to Marchand too. If this gets really, really deep, I'd be worried about him in that last half of furlong. Tom touched on Skelton. He no longer has to kick on 5 furlongs out. So if he can sit on this lad as long as possible, it's only going to do him justice down the straight. I think if he could just deliver him after the last and just get away by a length or two, he might be able to hold on. But if the ground got really, really deep, it'd worry me. So I'd sit tight until Saturday. You watch a race or two and figure out the ground. And if it gets really deep, I'll let him go or even money.
Okay, we're on to Ascot 130, the 1965 Chase. A Pictori kind of race, a grade 2 around Ascot. Il A Francais, the bleeder, is 9-4. Django Bay 11-4. Pictori 7-2. Gilly Park 9-2. Master Chewy 16-1. I'd be interested in Gidley Park later on in the year maybe, but Harry Fry needs to be informed for me to be backing his horses, because some of them just absolutely stink when he's not in form. I think Django Bay is going to win. I think the two boys will go hammer and tongs up front and they'll set it up for Django Bay to come there at the end. Not quite like what he did in the Arkle, but I think he'll be ridden a bit cold and will come there and do the business. Nicky's starting to have a couple of winners, so Django Bay for me. Tom?
Dave, what time's this race on, Dave? I can't bloody
1:30.
find it.
1:30.
1:30. Yeah, nobody. So look, I haven't got much to say on this. Ile Francais on his best form picks these up and carries them. You can't trust him as the only thing. He could win, or he could win 20 lengths, or he could bomb out. I think getting it comes back to it. He's getting £6 off Pictori, £3 off Django Bay. If he turns up, he'll just pick them up and carry them. So for that reason, I can't back any of the others either. So yeah, it's just me a watch and hope he turns up, because I think he's a very, very nice horse.
Tom, just put
David.
20 euros on Django Bay. I'm telling you, it's not a problem. He's going to win.
I could lose 20 euros though.
But when you put the 20 euros on, the little thing at the top of the screen that reloads the new money, that will be more than 20 euros when the race is over.
I'm in Dublin on Saturday, as I said at the match. We're going up early, so if I walk into a bookies with 20 euros,
quid for that, Tom.
do a little dance, do a little statement dance, and I get more money back, do I?
Yeah, that's good. Tom's on Django Bay as well. Sean?
Yeah, look, you can pick a lot of holes in these. Ile Francais is a bleeder, you can't trust him. Django Bay, a little bit like John Bond, has had a wind up. I don't know what the reason would be for a wind up, but he's got one, so you'd have to raise a little eyebrow at that. Gidley Park.
Normally, if they've got breathing problems.
Exactly, Tom.
And they fixed it?
They hope they fixed it. They'll find out the weekend. Gidley Park, his heart was goosed one day going around someplace. I can't remember where it was. I don't know if you can trust him. There you go. Yeah, but I just couldn't trust. There's a lot of.
Now I know why you really like him. Oh, hard friends.
Gidley Park. I like Gidley Park.
Yeah, like there's just horses that you can pick holes in here, and Pictori. He'd be my selection if I had to hang my hat on one. I get the point, he's not going to be able to bully a race, but I don't know how far Ile Francais is going to go, because if Pictori can get into his rhythm, his Ascot form is phenomenal. I think it's like 1-1, 1-2, 1-1, and he unplaced one day about 3 years ago when something happened in deep ground. But he comes in here, he loves the place. I think if he can get up behind Ile Francais, he'll get the spit out the duty, and he won't want anything to do with it. Once that lad has the battle, he just chucks it in. And for that reason, he's race fitness on. So I thought he ran well at Weatherby over a distance that I'd say just stretches him back to 2 mile 5 here. Now he used to give away a penalty, but with a lot of question marks, especially around Ile Francais and Gidley Park, and just the wind up. And I just don't know about some of Nicky's first time out this season. Some of the big stars look like they might have a little bit left to work on. So I'd be happy to take on Django Bay this time around. And I'll roll the dice with Pictori. I think he's about 7-2.
Nicky Henderson's 25% in the last 2 weeks. Andrew?
I think the question at this race is how fast are Lite France and Pictori going to go? And it's just going to set it up for Django Bay. I think this is plain and simple how it's going to happen.
My
The
friend
two of
Nicky Henderson, Hendo and Harry.
Hendo and Harry back together once again. I just think I can see Alette France and Pictori. Two of them are front runners. Two of them are going to go hammer and tongs. And it's going to set up for the one of them in behind. I think the one is Django Bay. Look, he won. How he won last year's Arkle is beyond me, but he got the job done. He's a stayer. I think this is actually going to be his proper trip. Gets weight off Pictori. Has to give £3 to Elite de France. He's having his first run for Tom George. First run around Ascot. I think the two of them are just going to take each other on, cut each other's throat, and you can see Pictori and Nico and Nicky will having a winner at Ascot. I think it'll be as easy as that. Two of them will just go. Off we go. Nico will track him coming into the straight, close a bit of ground, take it up 2 out on the back of the second last, and off he goes.
I'm surprised that Sean Arkle form. We haven't seen Masborough, but he won a Punchestown after and jumped like a fucking dickhead. Only by night won. Luda Sud smashed John Bond last week.
Good form.
There.
Yeah, no, the Arkle win is there, but I question does that Masborough mistake? It wasn't that. You won it by about 10 lengths, so how good are the lot of them? That's my question still, but we'll find out.
But they're all coming out and winning, though. That's the thing.
Yep. Who was the other one? There was 5 of them in it, wasn't there?
Touch me not.
Oh, yeah. He's mad, that fella. He jumps through fences.
Fence, bang.
The 240 at Ascot, the Ascot Hurdle grade 2, 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs. Would do 5-4. Potter's Charm 5-1. Celtic Dino 6s. Alto Belly, a good friend of Tom's, 8-1. Katira 12s. Crambo 16-1. Good Ascot form. The Mean Lion 18s. Winter Fog runs in a million races every single year. 33-1. And Guini May Boy. Tom, who are we going for?
I think you've got to say it properly, Dave, but woodoo!
My God.
Woo!
Yes, Tom.
This is the I told Sean this I think 2 weeks ago that Lossie was going to win the champion hurdle and Woodoo was going to win the mares, and I think he's only believed it today because Amsterdam's work shite and Willie's put her in the Morgiana, and Sean messaged us today and was like, oh my God, she's actually going for the champion hurdle. It's you're about 2 weeks behind the curve here, Sean. But Woodoo will go and win this. It's a lovely spot for her. She gets £7 mare's allowance. I think she's an absolute weapon. She improved so much last year. I think she'll go and win this and win it nicely. It's not a bad race. Potter's Charm is no slouch. Norris Celtic Dino, a couple of others in there. Alto Belly, as you mentioned, Dave. Harry Fry isn't in great form. That would definitely worry me, but he's a horse. I'm actually surprised they're not going chasing with him because he's a big horse and looks like he's going to be a chaser at some stage. But he's a half brother to Amina, who we have, so I followed him closely. He got the hang of things last year, improved all season. Has great Ascot form. If it wasn't for the stable form, I'd really think he would be certain.
I'd say that's probably why he didn't go chasing, Tom, because he has to go right-handed, and I'd say you're goosing yourself straight away, probably.
There's still chasers that are right-handed, though. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that too much. Hang on, Doncaster's left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's grand left-handed. I wouldn't read too much into that now. I think Aintree was just too much for him. He's ran there twice and ran shite, but other than that, he ran well at Doncaster. I wouldn't worry about him left-handed. He's one for later in the season though, when there's stable and better form.
Sean, Woodoo.
Yeah. Woodoo, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not getting 25-1 anymore, Dave. We're taking 5-4. But yeah, look, she's getting bags away. She's a very, very smart mare. Like, you look at the likes of Potter's Charm, I just don't like him whatsoever. And he came down the last day. And then, Dave, you might be able to tell me. I swear to God, Fergal O'Brien says Crambo runs well fresh, and he's fucking running them not fresh going into a Christmas thing. So I don't know what to do with that, lad. Celtic Dino.
He runs well fresh and right-handed. So he's
Yeah,
got
and
the
they just
right-handed
fuck up
thing.
and run him.
You may as well just run Crambo once a year in that long walk hurdle that he's won twice, and
Exactly.
he'll go
So
well.
why fuck up his chances by running in this race here? I just don't know. But yeah, look, I don't think it's for the weight that she's getting. She comes well clear on top of it. And the only thing would be, so I like a few of the Gordon Elliott's, Yellow Clay, and a couple of others. They've needed their run first time, so that'd put me off getting stuck into her. She's probably going to be around about even money. But yeah, I think if she does run up the form, she'll take a hell of a lot of whack and getting all that way.
I wonder if Gordo's trained him a little different. Will he go for some of the races at DRF this year?
I was going to say, I hope he does.
Some of them have been short, all right. Andrew?
Yeah, look, I think it's making a very good race. Won't have a bet in it. Very looking forward to seeing how Woodoo gets on. With Lassie not looking like she's gone down the 2 mile route, so the Mayor's Hurdle is there for her for the taking. I was looking at Crambo again with the fresh angle. He's won over this trip before, so it's kind of not a worry. He bolted up actually over this trip before. He's known for 3 miles. If you're having a tenth of each way, but you won't put anyone off here. Him going around this way. But look, I won't spend much time on it. I think we'll do getting all the weight and everything else to go with the progression she showed last season. Her only defeat over Hurdles was against Lossie. She's going to take the world of beating here.
Okay. 2 from Punchestown, 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday. 2:10, the 2 mile, half a furlong, Morgiana Hurdle. And as much as we've given out about some of the competitiveness of the race in England, this is a fucking shambles for a Grade 1. I don't care if it start the season or not. My favourite horse is running in it. I hope she wins, but this is shambles. I just don't even know what to say. Lost him out 4-9. Aranci, decent enough horse, 7-2. Indawi, 10-1. And Glenkill, 22-1. Blossie has any aspirations of being a champion hurdler. She has to win this, and she has to win it well, in my opinion. But it's a shit race. I'm not excited about it. Andrew?
Yeah, look, it's hard to get excited about it, but look, it's good to see Lossie move back out. Look, Aransari's no mug. He's a great woman there at the Punchestown Festival last year. But look, she's head and shoulders above him. Going on what Paul said and the smile he had after when asked about her today, she's apparently working really, really well. Amsterdam, as I expected, is probably jumping like a bag of hammers and just can't settle or race properly. So I'd say there was a last minute switch saying we're not going with this lad. This one is going to the champion hurdler.
He's a Twitter horse. He's a Mr. Police then.
Dave, I swear to God, I never got it. I've watched back his 2 runs. He jumps like a bag of hammers. He's as keen as you when you see a woman. It's
you can't say that anymore, Dave or Andrew. You can't say
that. Sorry. He's married now. He's married now.
I'm not fucking married.
The old Dave.
It's only a matter of time. Christmas is coming up, Dave. Proposal time and all that.
I'll never do that.
2-week break. Lovely.
Just go to Paris and do it.
But yeah, look,
Tom's already done it this year. He'll give you some tips.
Yeah, how not to do it. Sean, disappointing you, kid. You had a perfect scenario and you let it slip through your fingers. Disappointed.
Even had a ring.
Yeah, like the whole Amsterdam thing, just touching on, like I really never got it. He just doesn't jump like a champion hurdler. He is the engine, but he doesn't have the brain cells to use his attributes right. But look, I think Lassie Mouse, she turns up here, she win impressively. What I'd be interested in to see where they will go with her next. Will they go Kempton? Will they keep her over here? That's what I'd like to know next.
Not a fucking chance they'll go to Kempton.
Sean, what you think?
If you know me, this is bomb proof. Like I'm looking at Aranci's rating here. How the fuck he's rated 157? I will never, ever, ever, ever know. He's £2 and 30 at the Lassie Mill on the reins. So that's what I know. He used to give away £7 allowance. You had to factor that in for a mare, but that's a blatant world rank for winning the Punchestown race. The race before that, he beat Carnegie by a length. That's that's not up to this level.
Are you
I
gonna
see.
put a load of money on her and try and win the new Gucci handbag?
Yeah, I've already done it, David. There's still some 4 to 9 around there. She's a shoe in.
Like the mighty Kopek the board was 30 odd lengths behind him.
Remember the state man dance we used to do? This is
Yeah.
one of them. This is one of them.
The lassie mouth
Go on,
dance.
do it first. Come on, remind us. We want to see it.
You just go up, you have your 20 and you collect 10 and it's just free money.
Yeah, that's not great math, Sean. If you go up you go up 20 and you collect 10, then you've lost 10.
Nah, yeah, but you get me.
Tom, lassie mouth.
Yeah, absolute certainty. She wins the champion hurdle, doesn't she? She'll go here. She'll stay in Ireland this year. The only place she might go, would she go over to Cheltenham again for Trials Day and skip the
Kempton,
DRS?
no?
International
She won't go to Kempton. No, it didn't work out last year. She's going to have to take on Hill potentially over there. Absolutely no chance. Like, you look at who she got to take on here in that champion hurdle market.
Nobody.
Bill Money. Like literally no one. They're not going to go down that route with Cargies. She's Rancy is one of the next in the market. She's going to beat him at the weekend. She's going to take on Billy Money. Like, they're not going to run scared of Billy Money. Like, so
William
She doesn't go 2 miles, Tom. She doesn't go 2 miles. Remember?
Yeah, you tried to tell me that at one stage, I think.
No, you tried to tell us all that.
Absolutely. Did I in my arse tell you that? I said that was another
you were saying she can't go 2 miles because she was shitting out her ass running around or something.
She's
That's the
definitely
reason why.
She's definitely better over 2 mile 4, but there's not really many other horses in the 2 mile division in Ireland. So
she's definitely got the pace for 2 miles. She'll win this and she'll go on and win. She'll go on and win the champion hurdle. She'll be unbeaten this season. Well, maybe let's talk about Punchestown. She'll be unbeaten after the champion hurdle anyway.
She win Punchestown too. Okay, and then the last one of the week, we'll quickly touch on it. This is some race if they all turn up. Fact of 5 to 4. Sorry, the John Durkan, obviously. 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs. Fact of 5 to 4. Gary, 11 to 4. Faster. Gary is gay and Stateman is gay too. Like Ado. Faster slow, 11 to 2. I know the. Stop now. I know.
Oh, it's funny.
My God. I know the way you're thinking. 8 to 1. Lecky Watson 16s. Grange Clear West 25s. Hartwood 25s. Nick Rocket 25s. Zion Maximus 50s. James de Burley 66. Seneca 100 to 1. Sean, who's going to win?
The lover boy is back out, Dave. You can't be backing him now. He's long odds on. I just seen there. What's he 4 to 5? Jesus, I didn't think he'd be that short in the market. It'd be interesting to see how Gaelic Warrior runs. I don't know if to be using it as a going and getting forward for Kempton, or else it'll be a prep race. Fast or slow comes in here after a long while off the track. I know they said they had him well forward, but they said that before last year's, and he only came in 4th. I know the way of thinking should be a spectacle. I think he could lose every race, to be honest with you, until he gets to Cheltenham. That wouldn't shock me at all if he was. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all if he just plodded around and came 4th or 5th here. So it'd be interesting to see. But it's the distance. You just watch Factor 4. Mark's allowed to drop his hands. He's allowed those ping fences, and hopefully he can get the job done.
I said it loads of times, got laughed at loads of times. I still say it. I think Gary is the most talented animal going, but he's fucking crazy. He turn up one day and win by 48 lengths, turn up another day and just stop like he did the back straight down at Leopardstown one day. Say, I'm fucking not doing this today, Patrick. Bring me home. So I'll go for Gary. I hope he's on a going day. He's probably not because State Man's dead and his gay friend is gone. Tom.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to travel State with crutches in the horse box or something, Dave, do you reckon?
I can't believe Key Buckley don't know who Gary is. Gary is fucking Gaelic Warrior. They call him Gary up in the stable.
Up in the stable. Look, I don't know about this now. I don't know who's going to turn up. I hope a load of these turn up because there's going to be a hell of a race.
You don't know who's going to turn up now? Willie said he's running the whole stable.
Did he?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Factofoil will be the only one entered. So
Yeah. So come on then, Sean. So Factofoil, Gaelic Warrior, Lecky Watson, Grange Clare, Nick Rocket, I Am Maximus, and Hammers de Berlin. Do they all run?
Believe it
I'd
or
say
not,
you
Sean.
get the
Believe it
front
or
ones
not,
in the
Sean.
market, yeah.
Nicky Henderson once said that Con Hill was not in the vets. Harry was though.
Yeah, now you don't care about James de Boerle and I Am Maximus, but I think the first couple will turn up. It's a perfect prep before Christmas.
Yeah, I can't see Willie running 7 in this somehow. But fair play if he does. I hope he runs the top 2 though, because that would be some race. You can still get 5 to 4 Factofoil. And yeah, it'll be an incredible race. I know the way you're thinking. I can't see, Sean said, I can't see him getting involved in any of this. Gary just hates Leopardstown. You look at his Leopardstown form, it's absolutely honking. So I'd be happy to just put a line through that. And when you do actually put a line through that, and you put a line through, you put a line through Punchestown, which is for drinking pints. He probably knows that actually himself, and he wants to just get on the lash.
Pissed off that he's racing. Absolutely
Yeah,
pissed off
exactly.
he's racing.
Put up the comment, Harry and Gary. Fucking
Harry and Gary.
We're getting that on t-shirts.
But you take out his Leopardstown form, and like he's literally not been out the first 2. And yeah, I think Patrick's clearly, whether he just wants to ride in the Gold Cup, I don't know, but he's clearly mad for him over this Gold Cup trip. And do you know what? I actually think he might not be wrong. It would just be such a Gaelic Warrior thing to do, to go and win a Gold Cup, wouldn't it?
yeah, especially after he got paid you a load of money on him to win the fucking Boodles
of 129. Yeah. What glorious days they were. Brazil. God, I hate that horse. Jesus. I can just, you just replay something in your head. I can just see it happening. You just see, go on, jump the last. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
he'll win the Gold Cup, and when Tom dies, when he's 90 odd, here lies Tom, who backed Gaelic Warrior off 127, who went on to win a Gold Cup.
Yeah.
You've never forgiven him either.
No, I haven't. As much as I love him, I haven't forgiven him. But
have you backed him actually since?
No,
I've backed him a couple of times. Yeah. I backed him a couple of times. I took him on with Factofoil now, thank God, at Leopardstown a couple of years ago at the DRF. But yeah, look, it'll be some race. Hopefully, a load of these turn up. Willie runs the lot, and yeah, you got fast or slow on the comeback trail as well. That'll be interesting. But yeah, it should be some race. Factofoil could do anything if they just leave him off from 2 down the back at Leopardstown. He
So you should do. You got 2 lover shows now. You should put Final Demand and Factofoil in the double. That's probably about 10 or 12 to 1, is it?
That's not my kind of bet. I'd rather back French horses.
Factofoil for me anyway. I'll both up in the Ryanair again. I'll wait till that comes around. Andrew.
Yeah, look, Factofoil is Alho 2.0. I think if at the start of the race, if he's out in front, it's game over. They're not going to catch him, especially over this trip. Gary's out there figuring out that Gary's excuse me, a 3-mile chaser, and I think they're saying that this is his prep run for the King George. You'll have to take that for what it is. Will they really want to get stuck into him if he's there 3 out, or how much do they want to give it him with the King George? I think Factofoil is the fastest horse out of the lot. I can see him win Tom's at 5 to 4.
He's not the gayest.
He's not the gayest, but he's the fastest. Fast or slow, I can't have fast or slow. He's not having too many injury problems. How ready they'll have him, I don't know. I know the way you're thinking. He won't be sighted on the screen until the Gold Cup, and I hope he gets beaten in the Gold Cup, because I just hate that. Like, you have a grade 1 horse, like, obviously fine if he's not nowhere around the scene now on Sunday, but like when it comes to the Gold Cup, Irish Gold Cup, the Savs and all that, like, try win the fucking thing. You're the Gold Cup winner. Try win the fucking thing.
I don't care. I hate that horse. I hate the way they scam that fucking horse. I swear to God, it drives me fucking demented.
It was a beautiful scene coming up the hill though last year, wasn't it? Just annihilating.
I never forget the fucking look on
I love it.
Oh my God, I thought I was going to deck someone.
Fucking bollocks.
Then go on.
If
Good bet.
you want to take form literally, Gary has absolutely whooped his ass before. That was over 2 mile 3. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think this is fact of files to lose. If he turns up with the form that he showed last season, I think last season is a better race than this. I think he'll win.
I can't wait to see Gary. He's just absolutely gas. He's could do anything.
He'll either bolt up or be last.
Yeah.
It's when he goes around the ring beforehand, he's trying to fucking buy people and kick them and all. It's hilarious.
But you have to, like, Patrick figured it out at entry. You have to, like, whisper to him and just, like, you do what you want, Gary. You just do what you want. And then, boom, he wins.
Yeah, have fun, boy.
I thought that was going to go a different way completely.
What?
If you do good here now, you'll have a nice do you
remember when he first started over fences, you couldn't hold him. You just had to hang on. He just went nuts.
Remember Mountain Tremor? I missed with you on the back of him.
And now he doesn't want to do anything. He wants to run around about 60 lengths detached. Oh, he's fucking brilliant. Okay, any best bets?
Oh God.
Yeah. Where is
here we go.
Dundalk 640.
I'll give you my next best would be Hartington, 225 Haydock on Saturday. We spoke about him. I'm going to back him. And my nap comes at the wonderful Dundalk. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 7:45, Trishuli River. I backed this one the last time, lads. I think I told you to back it as well. And finished third, beaten a length, challenged on the wrong side of the track. They actually go back down and trip. Cheap pieces go on. It's got a wide draw. It's going to have to challenge wide. Please, Wayne Hassett, if you're listening, challenge wide. And not the best race in the world. And yeah, it's her turn. Her turn to win. She's 7-2, 7:45 Dundalk tomorrow. Trishuli River.
I'm going to back up.
Sorry, did you put him up at his last run on the show?
I remember. Yeah, I probably did put it up actually. Yeah,
It was the week that I wasn't here.
Yeah, my father backed and he called you every name under the sun.
Time to back again tomorrow and get his money back.
He went on a 5-minute rant about this fucking thing. It sounded like the biggest certainty what in God's green earth, and the thing was fucking third.
I'm gonna back Haughty Calor anyway. I haven't really gone through the cards. I've been too busy in work, but I'm gonna back him. Andrew,
Haughty Calor nap. From what we talked about, Django Bay next best. I think the race is set up perfectly for him.
Sean, would do.
My nap will be it Punchestown on Saturday, the 12:32. Kitzbühel. I really like this horse. I think the trip is perfect for him. He's over 2 mile 3. The beginner chase that they've won with Gaelic Warrior and Ballybourne. Paul in the saddle. He's only a 5-year-old. I thought he done really well last year. But he's just dropped back down. He didn't quite stay 3 miles. Comes back down and trip, and I think he will take a lot of
Who's he against? Who's he against?
He's against James's Gate, Kate Dahy, Shuffle the Deck, Skylord, The Enabler, and a few others. God knows what price.
You take him, and I'll have the field for a €10 match bet.
Perfect.
I think he's a moose, so that suits me down to the ground.
Put a couple of Cubas coming up there.
It's mule. Oh, I think he's a fucking moose, that horse. Anyway, on that note, we leave it. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. The usual suspects have been in the comments that are always here. Thank you very much for the continued support. Again, we are live and up over 500 viewers. It's good. It's probably been, this must suit people because it's probably been the best few weeks for the podcast since we started it. It's good to have the 4 of us here as well. Well, 5 because Poppy is always fucking in or around there at some stage now. But we appreciate the support. Keep leaving the comments in. Throw some comments in under the video of your best bet of the weekend. Please gamble responsibly and enjoy the racing. Although it's small fields, it's a good weekend.